For about a year, my ex-husband and I had been preparing our daughter to have her first period. Even though she was on the young side, Lily was tall for her age and physically more mature than many of the girls in her class. We didn't want the moment to hit her and scare the crap out of her, or us. So we packed up 2 identical period care packages at each of our houses. These were complete with hygiene products, ibuprofen, heating pad, hot tea, and chocolate. We told her about the care packages and discussed the items in advance. We were careful not to act weird or embarrassed about any of this so that Lily wouldn't internalize it later as shame. We had done everything right. A few months later, still no period, but Lily was going through another kind of big change. Her dad was getting remarried, and they were moving into his new wife's house nearby. So if your parents are divorced and remarried, you may, like our daughter, remember the remarriage as more traumatic than the divorce itself. Because it is one thing for your parents to split up, but maybe worse to see them with other people. I was thrown by this too, and I was jealous of my ex-husband's new wife, Julie, and her role in Lily's life. It was confusing and not entirely rational, but it went something like this. When Julie did things that made Lily scared or angry, I was also scared and angry. When Julie did things that made Lily feel happy and loved, I was jealous and insecure. Add to this the role that Julie's young son played in Lily's new Insta family, and you'll understand how challenging this time was for everyone involved, but especially for the 5th grade girl going through puberty. Then Lily went to the beach. With her father, her new stepmother, her stepbrother, and several friends of Julie's, our 11-year-old went on a beach vacation just a couple of weeks after their wedding. She started her period. I don't need to tell the ladies here that starting your period on vacation on the beach is not ideal. But imagine it's your first period ever, that your mother is not there, and your dad has just remarried a woman who has a son instead of a daughter. Other people that you really don't know very well are sharing a condominium with you. There is no pre-planned period care package ready on the shelf of your bedroom closet. But let me tell you how Julie handled this. Lily told her dad what was happening, and he made her feel safe and normal before asking if he could talk to her stepmother about it. Lily agreed, and Julie was brought into this conversation. Julie helped Lily take care of herself, and then Lily called me to tell me the news. She sounded like she'd been through the ringer a bit, but she didn't sound scared. She was slightly resentful that I wasn't there, but she was relieved that Julie was. To be perfectly honest, I felt jealous of Julie, mad at myself that I wasn't with Lily, and then mad at myself again for thinking of my own emotions instead of focusing on what was best for my daughter. But then later that evening, Julie called me to tell me how inspired she was by me and Lily for how we had prepared for this moment and handled it despite the awkward circumstances. Like champs. It must have been difficult for her to call, as I think that this was the first time the two of us had ever had a conversation together, and to talk about periods at that. But, and I think I would learn later that this is how she always is, Julie is more intuitive and empathetic than most people. She, and I have followed her lead on this, she is not afraid to have direct, honest conversations with her husband's ex-wife, especially in moments that are milestones or feel complicated and confusing. In the years since that beach trip, Julie and I have been bold and creative in learning how to build our family together. She is supportive of my relationship with her in-laws, and I am tremendously grateful for her relationship with my daughter. We invite each other to parties and family gatherings. We even won a Halloween costume contest together when we dressed as suffragettes and paraded down Main Street in Franklin. I adore Julie's dad, And likewise, she's very fond of my mom. Last year, she was a guest speaker at a Girls to the Moon event that I helped create. It takes a lot of confidence and a tremendous amount of honesty to build the kind of trust required for a family like ours. I know that our daughter is blessed by that, and so am I. Thank you.